Okay, hello guys. In this video, I'll be walking you guys through how tech team works. We'll be looking at DevOps practice. We'll be looking at Git. Um, then we'll look how we can integrate sync with GitLab and GitHub in this video. So there are sections. So um, what is DevOps practice? DevOps practice is like a culture. It's not a software or something you used to develop. It's like a culture you follow when you are building a software. So it's like I just like I call it DevOps practice. So it's like a culture. It's not a tool. It's not something actually important, but it's like when you adopt this practice and it's what most big companies what they adopt to they adopt DevOps practice, the way they release their version of product. Yeah. So we'll be doing some part of it, um working around with how it works. So I'm just going to like okay, um before we because when you are when we are trying to adopt the DevOps practice, there are tools we'll be making use of. So there are tools involved in the culture. So just okay, if you one is the Git which is for version control system is a version control system. So it's like it controls like we make release of software. So it's not that when we are building a project we just build it and once then we are done. It's not like that. We want to like update, add more features. So this Git help us control the version. Like okay, the day you add another um piece of code or the day you modify your code. So Git help us like manage it so we can actually compare and go back to previous changes. So if you don't have Git, if you don't know about Git, this is Git. Oh, so we'll be making use of Git, just like I told you guys. Um, okay, so I'm going to just to you guys. What's wrong? I don't know what was wrong. Okay, so this is what you can installing. So yeah, I'm using Windows. I don't know what you're using there. If you're using Windows, you download for Windows, then based on the bit of your operating system, if you're using 32-bit, you go for 32-bit. If you're using 64-bit, go for 64-bit. So after installing it, so I'll open I'll open my main VS Code tool. So all we're doing will be inside VS Code because we will write some code and fill some practice. Okay, so I have some files here. I have some files here. I have some files here that I'll be working with just to show you how um the practice works. So I'm going to open a terminal in this VS Code. You should be familiar with VS. So if you want to open a terminal inside the VS Code, if you don't want to use the VS Code terminal, you can go and just type CMD or any other terminal. So this is a Git bash. So this terminal comes with the Git. When you install Git, this is also installed. But you can switch to maybe you prefer command prompt, PowerShell, so you can switch. But this I made Git bash my default terminal for VS Code. So it comes with the Git. When you install it, you are going to then see it here. Once you come here, click here. So help us this terminal help us make use of Linux based commands. So you can make use of Linux based commands just like ls, and if you are familiar with the way Linux terminal works. So let's just focus on the okay. So we installed it. Let's try to git version. Can see. So to confirm that Git is installed on your PC. So when you enter Git version, you should see the version of the Git installed on your PC. So this now we just created some. Okay, this is HTML. We don't have its history. If we make changes to it, like we have whatever we want to add, like this, and we save it, and then we want to upload it. We don't have the previous version, like okay, the first, maybe you've made a release before. You won't, like, you have like overwrite all the changes, so you can't compare. So that's why Git comes in and it helps us and do that. So maybe when you get, or maybe user isn't satisfied with what you provide for them. So you can just like, okay, let's go back to previous version, then you can work on others, or you can just like update it again. So this is just a folder without a version control integration. So we are going for it to control our code, the way we change files, like the way we change codes, modify it. So Git is going to help us control that. So for us to add Git to this, we are going to enter command in our terminal. Note this is the folder of this, you can see, learning HTML folder. So we want to add it to the folder where we are, maybe where our website file is. So make sure you are in the folder inside the terminal. Once you're in VS Code and you try open terminal, VS Code will definitely open to the root folder where you are working, so you can see it. So for us to initialize it in this folder, we'll enter command git init. So git init, and yeah, git init. So once you enter, you can see initialize empty git repository. So now it created a folder .git, but this folder is hidden. You can't see it unless you go and okay. You can't see it. This is the folder. If you check here now, this color change now. You can see green. It wasn't green before. Now Git is now in the folder. It's watching the folder. That's why okay, all these are green. So if you check, you can see there is no Git folder here, and you can also go to the maybe go and check in your Explorer, look for learning tech. I can see it, but because I make hidden files visible. But for you, I'm sure you won't be saying this. If you are to do that, if you are to do that, there is where you will come, where I even file okay, you can see hidden. Let me see, apply. Oh, not this, not this. So this is just it. If you want to, I've forgotten how you can um there is view option view. Look at it. Hidden files and folders. So this is Windows 11. It's also same thing as Windows 10. So yeah, it's yeah before this is the default option, but I changed it to show hidden files folder and drive. If I should change it back, I guess I've messed up with it. Okay. You see, I removed the hidden files for this, but let's try to delete it. I'm going to delete this folder. This, this. Oh, cancel. I'm going to close this. Just to show you, so you want, um, so I'm going to delete this, or I, I go, I think, oh, it's not deleted. I close this already. Wow, it's not deleted. Okay, this is moving on now. Okay, let me see. Okay, it's no more there again. So I'm going to open VS Code. I'm going to open the folder in VS Code. So, waiting for the terminal to load. Okay, then, I'm going to try it again because we deleted the folder. You can see the files are back to normal. So Git is no more working. So let's try the back Git in it. Okay. Now added. Let's check the folder. Let's refresh. Now you can see the Git is no more there. So if you want to see it, you can come here the options, then view, then show hidden files apply. Now you can see it there. So that's it. Okay. Okay. So you can see it's back there. So oh, we just practice like okay, four git commands that we're making use of. The git push, the git push, then it's going to take the repository, maybe your GitHub repo or your GitLab repo. So you are going to make it looks like this. https gitlab.com/ your repository dot git, then the branch should be so repo URL, then the branch. So now when you are including branch, now branch is just like um a is like an environment you are working. So you can have many environments in a repo. So you can just take the branch as an environment. So if you want to, if you are working in master environment and you want to like okay change the whole features, you don't want you can just say okay let me just create another environment that will have different features. So that's when this branch comes in. You know, I told you we are managing. Yeah, it it's controlling our code the way we work with it. So you can so you won't contradict the your code features. You know, getting errors, getting bugs when in production. So that's why this kit is very powerful. So this is a master. This this master in the cover in the bracket is the current branch we have, and it is created. It's the default branch, and this is going to give to you if you don't put a branch. So we only enter git in it. Any day we don't want no master branch should be the branch you don't want any error should be in, and you can just create any other branch. So since Git has already created this branch for us, okay, maybe we have then this is master branch now. So we want to add some code to it, you know, okay, we work with this code now. I know this file. So we want to add it to this branch. So this is going to save the files and the history. Now it's zero history. You know, the beginning of it will always make it okay, zero history. That means you have not made anything. Now we haven't. These files are not in the branch. It's just in the like okay the folder. We can just call the folder a repository. You can simply get repository. So this is it. So this folder is now a repository, but it has a master branch, but there is no files in it. So we need to add some files to the master branch. So if we want to add the whole files to the master branch, so we can say git add. So the git add command is used to add files to a branch. So git add, if you want to add the whole folder, the whole files in the folder, you can just put dot. Or if you want to add maybe only this folder, images, you can put images. You can put images. Then so you can specify it like that. Then if you have sub, maybe you have a sub file, you can just say okay images like image.html. So you want to add, but that's just how it works. So and if it's only HTML file you want to add, you can just say star.html. So this star means anything that this is okay star that ends with HTML. So this star means anything before HTML, anything. But if I to add the file must end with .html. So now what will it add? It will add images slash image.html and add index.html. That is what it's going to add. Okay, let's try it. Okay, git add style.html. Okay, done. Okay, how do we know it has added there? Okay, if you want to check what you just add, so you can say git status. Okay, look at it. Changes to be committed. New file index.html. Oh, it only sees this index.html. Why didn't it see the one inside this folder? So now it starts from the root directory. It's only going to look for file. It's only going to look for file inside the directory that is .html. It's only going to look for file inside the directory that is .html. So I guess if we want to add all HTML files, let's click add. It will be star, 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 star. Are you getting it? This. Now you can see now we have this, we have the boats, we have, so it takes the roads, it takes subfolders too. You can see it takes subfolders for email for HTML files. So we're just going to, okay, now these are files we want to add. We've added for us to commit. So what is add? Add is, okay, you want to cache you've added it for it to be cached, like the history, the changes and all. So if you only run the git add command, um it's going to, like, okay, you are ready to, like, okay, commit the changes. So git add only state the file but not yet committed. So the change, if you push to the repo, it won't take the changes. So it means, okay, you prepare the file for it to be committed. So commit is the real deal. So that means you have, like, cached um the changes to the branch. So if you only use the git add, you can't just say the git add is just to, like, give you the chance to select files you want to commit. Get, so you just, okay, git add, I want to only commit these images. So after you've done that, you can now move to the stage of commit. So it's only going to commit what you have added. So if you have nothing, if there is nothing to stage, it's not going to commit. So this, now we are not telling that git that, okay, we only want to, like, commit the changes of these two. And how do we do that? It's through the git add command. So we only add these two files to be committed. So that's just why there's git add, just to give you the privilege to, like, take the files you want to commit. So, that's just how git add. So now if you can git add, so let's want to add the whole file, everything in the folder, in learning tech folder. So just git add dot. So we've added all. So let's check git status. If you note this, on track files, these are on track files, meaning they are not added, they are not staged. So they are just sit there. So if you push to your repo, all this file won't go. So that is why they are on track. So they are not tracking anything about those files. So they are not in the repo. So any changes you make there doesn't concern Git. So that is why on track files. So use Git add then defining to include if what will be committed. So, and these are what changes to be committed. You can see there is. So now I've added all this command. I've added all the files in the folder. So you can check this. So you can see them now. So now there is no on track file because we added all. So these are the changes to be committed. So if you want to commit, git commit is just to commit your changes. So entering only git, okay, git commit is going to open this. This is an editor. code editor. So this is it. If you check closely, look at this now. I'm going to select this. Okay, not this. Okay. I'm going to quit this. I want to show you something. I want to show you something. What is happening? So, um, this, yeah. So I aborted the commit. Um, so I want to show you some git status. Look at this. Look closely. I want you to put this like hold this. So I'm going to enter git commit. Now look. Oh, changes to be committed. So this is it. So I'm going to go down. Look at it. You can see it's the same. Just only this two line is different. So now this is it. You want to commit changes on branch of what master. The commit. What's the title? Um, what's the title of what you want to commit? It will be okay. Maybe the type of changes you make. Maybe you corrected an error. So this they put it as initial commit, meaning that's our first commit. So this means our first commit. So and these changes to be committed. That's changes to be committed. You can see no file, no file. These are what we added for it to be committed. So here you can actually do your editing. This will be the message. What like an heading of what like title of the commit changes you make. Then the branch here, and the changes here. So that's just so this is like if you prefer doing it this way, if you prefer doing it this way, so if you now this is a Vim editor, so it's a terminal editor. You prefer doing it this way. So they only have master branch, and yeah, we are going to give it okay, initial. Let's make it first first commit. So that will be our commit message. So now it's now left to you. If you don't want to commit this file again, this no file, if you change your mind, you want to remove it from what will be committed, you can just remove the hash. If you remove the hash, due to not commit this, it only commit the first one, second, and the third. But you adding back the hash, you want to commit it. So that's just it. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to save this. I'm going to save the file. So if you want to learn Vim Editor, you can go on and search for commands. But if you want to, once you're on the Vim Editor, if you want to insert, you can press O and just then if you want to save and quit, that is it column. No, I guess okay, just come down. Okay, I'm not familiar with it, but okay. Now I toggle back the whole to insert. So that's just it. I'm not that familiar with the editor, but so control O is to insert, then control O is to toggle back the so you don't want to write again. Then column Q W to switch. Now with the file we've made changes to it and it's saved already. So now if we quitting it is going to commit. Okay, sorry, another familiar. That's why this is happening. So control same thing. Voila. Okay. Uh, I don't even know how to move out of it. Input W. Okay. Well, oh, control Q. What's going on? Let me just touch it. Um, ZQ, ZZ. I think ZZ is ZZ. Ah, okay. Sorry. PW. Yeah. So it didn't commit actually. I'm just going to git commit. Okay. O is to okay. O is to I'm going to commit. Okay. I'm going to remove hash and choose editor, not editor command. Okay. To abandon changes. Oh, okay. Let's check this. Okay, just pull on W. Okay. Now control C, W. So I'm going to to done. Okay. Um, unfortunately, everything fixed. Everything fixed. So git fix is okay. Notice to the comments. We added all the files to the branch already. I was trying to I was trying to remove this for me to show you that okay you can actually remove this and not commit it. It didn't work. But just I don't No, I'm not familiar with Vim Editor, so just look the command of it. So the easier way you can share. Okay, now I've committed this now. Then we will make changes to this. Okay, I create okay dot home. Then like just look at it now. Look at the color now. This time is if you don't install the extension, you'll be getting like this. I have web source control. Maybe you might not be getting this color, but I'm using that full theme. So that's why this color. So this color means there's changes. So any file you are making changes with, you have this color. If you are using the same thing as one, so theme might be different. You might be using a dark theme, very dark. So I don't know the color you're getting, but this is showing that okay, this file is changed. So for us to check which file I see, let's do git status here again. Let me play this. You can see git status. Now you can see changes to state for commit. This git add to update what you will be committed. This git restore file to discard changes in working direction. No change. So git restore means these changes you make will be removed. But we want to add, we don't want to restore it. So git restore means okay, that changes is made, just remove it. I don't want it anymore. So making changes, so we have to specify this file name, modify, which is in the root directory, index.html. Now look at it now. The changes have been removed. So we don't want to remove the changes. So that's the git restore command is used to go back to previous changes. So the one you committed. So if we check git fixes now, you notice there's nothing in it again, nothing to commit. So I'm going to clear. So I'm going to make that same changes dot home. Okay. So now git status. So okay, clear. So I'm going to git add, which is index.html. Alright, git status. So I'm only because we make changes to the index.html, but if you add all the files again, so if you put dot, it's going to just check for, it's going to take all the files in the folder and attach the same commit message. For example, the commit message here. So I'm going to do git status for us to say, okay, this is it. This is what we want to. So git commit, okay. Um, oh, okay. I'm just trying to, what I'm trying to do now is, this is Vim Editor. I want to show you that you can see, please enter the commit message for your changes. Line starting with hash. Line starting with hash will be ignored and an empty message about the commit. Oh, line starting with hash will be ignored. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Line starting with hash will be ignored. Okay. Let's see. Control C. QW. Waiting. Then Q. One fighting. But the file is one fighting. Wow, you can see it's not even added to it. This is nothing. But yeah, okay, okay. all of the above. That's why it's citizen. Okay, I'm going to do that again. Modified, color modified. So let's do it again. Keep adding the HTML. I'm going to play, then this commit. Okay, I'm going to remove this. Going to remove this from branch master. I'm going to control C, um, and W, control C, it has added it. So I'm just trying to, because I'm trying to just, we should work together with Zoom, but I don't use Zoom. But I will show you shortcut you can actually use to commit all this. So I'm going to change this first. I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. Now it will have modified again. We are going to try add the needed system commit. Okay. Please enter the commit message for the line certificate. So I'm going to okay, cool. I want to okay index we change I change index HTML file on branch master on branch master. So I don't want to because they say please enter the commit message for your changes. Line starting with hash will be ignored and an empty message about the commit. Okay, let's control C, control UI. Okay, aborting commit due to empty commit message. Why? I don't know. Control C, type UA. So we don't have commit message. Okay, so I'm going to insert commit message now. So commit message, change index with HTML file. So I'm going to control C, control QA. Okay, QW, control C. Let me save it. Control QA. I don't know why it's doing it like this. So I'm going to do it again. in the HTML W into CA. Oh, now it's work. Change index of HTML file. So we added commit message. This is a commit message. Change index of HTML file. So that is just it. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. I just want us to understand this how this editor works, because you can also want to use editor for, and I'm going to put into so put it. Now we have to file modified. So I'm going to do git add dot it's going to add, yeah, let's just add all the changes in the file. So git spaces. So we added all the changes in the folder. So look at the two changes. So I want to git commit. I want to commit them. Okay. O to start first. So I'm going to enter commit message, which is only changes to images image HTML. So let's see. Because now they say please enter the commit message to your changes. Line starting with hash will be ignored and an empty message about the commit. We have our commit message already. So now what I want us to focus on is this too. Because if this line has doesn't have hash and this line has hash, you can see it's like it is colorized and this is not just white. So let's just see maybe it, because to me now it's only supposed to add this, like commit this to the branch and maybe leave this, or commit this to the branch and leave this. It shouldn't commit the two. So I'm going to control C. I'm going to call to save it, which is column W. You can see this here. You can see this. So just check here. This is column W. Enter is going to write it. Then column QA. Uh, see, nothing is working. So it doesn't matter if we remove hash or if we put hash. It knows what it wants to add already. So that's just what I want you guys to get. So it doesn't matter if we put hash or remove hash. So our own is just to like view that and add a commit message to it. So now I'm just going to go back and see the easier way we can do this. So just see the easier instead of us going to Vim editor. Now we have two files. We have two files. No, clear. We have two files modified. To check modified. So git 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 add. So this there will be a case that the changes we made today might have a different title and the changes we made today might have a different title. Maybe this now you can say git add index of HTML. Maybe we removed the unnecessary style files. So you want to make that to be the title of the changes, and you say, okay, I remove unnecessary style files. So if you are to give it different commit message, because the commit message only also serve as like the point of the changes we make. So the changes we make to this might be different, like if you want to title them might be different. So it's better you just do the adding, or maybe if the two has different types you can add it to. But okay, in the case that these two files doesn't have the same type, you can give to it. So you want to say, okay, the index.html, only add index.html, then give it commit. So instead of us going now, but we want to commit now, instead of us going to the Vim editor, the shorter way you can do it is your hyphen m, then the commit message removed unnecessary style sheet size size. Now you can see. So sorry, unnecessary style size. This project remove unnecessary size. So now you can just commit. So the if okay, we can't know how until we push to the it maybe our repository, our cloud. So you can see the images, you can see that okay, and there is also a VS Code extension that we can use to see that. So I'm going to commit this um on file change. So this we committed this. So this still remains modified, not yet committed. So this is an this is a VS Code extension. You should have this is a access control. It will only work if you have Git installed. But if you don't install Git, this won't work. So if you look at it, you can say changes image.html, image.html, commit. It's going to fetch all our commits. Okay. Um, uh, this is change index. So you can see our commit. Let me make this wider. So now this is the um latest one I just committed. The one look at it, remove unnecessary files. So this is the commit message. So remove unnecessary files from this now. So you can see. So we are using the commit message to like trace the type of changes we make. You can see. So now I want to this is also you can this is so if you can do this, but sometimes you might have issue doing it too, yeah. So if you want to let me say I'm going to do this now. I'm going to add this using this one. See how it works. You can see state changes, also known as add. So if you add it, now it is stage. Look at it now. You have this is changes, we have stage changes. So this is here before. Now since you have staged it, it moves to the stage changes. That means this is what you want to commit. Now let's commit. So we're going to give it another commit method, which is this is changes changes of image.html. So we now this file, this the changes we make to this image.html file depend based on the commit message we are specifying. So changes of image.html, we are going to commit this. Now see, this is now classified under different commit messages. So at the day we just added all the changes we make, like the two files, and we specify a commit message. That means going to the group on just one, but the changes you made is different. The title is different. So if you are making different changes and you know that title is different, it's better you just okay add them in group, okay, according to their title. Get so now these changes now the image of HTML changes is title as changes of image of HTML, and the changes of this index of HTML title as remove unnecessary styles. So this is how from the beginning you can see the way we are on branch master. So you can just see okay new file. So this is very easy for you to get along. You know, this is just a terminal and this is giving you a graphical user interface. So on branch master, so this is the commit message. When we were playing with doing code, you know, we are doing some so we on branch master if you remember we comment out the on branch master. So they took that as the commit message. The on branch master, then change index of HTML5 10 minutes ago. Look at this, committed this 15 minutes ago by me. So guys, you might need to find your this is detail. This works with detail. Yeah. So you might need to find him. So change this to images like image of HTML. You can see this now. Look at this now. You know the same thing commit message is given to the two. Change this title is different. So that's just it. So remove unnecessary size. So you can use this to so and this is um file history. Maybe you want to check okay, you can see maybe you want to check the history of changes you made. So you can see the way you are comparing it because for each commit you make changes to some files. So once you are clicking each commit, they are going to show you like the current file state and the you can see now you can check file history. So for each commit you make, so they're going to show you changes. They are going to compare the changes of the file when you make this commit and the current file state. So just like this, let's start from here. Now we are checking index of HTML. So we're checking index of HTML, right? So look at this. This is the commit. This is the commit. Then you can move to the next. So next changes. So there's no next changes. So so you know we have many cards. So come here, let's check the image. So this current commit. Let's check here. We are on this commit, right? Commit. Okay, okay. So yeah, this is the current this is the current file state. This is the current file state. Like Abi? What is it? Oh okay. This is the current file state and this is the changes in this commit. So they are different. So if you know the one on your right hand side is the current file state and the one on your left hand side. No, the one on your, oh, this is how it works. You know, it's the changes before you commit. You know, you have a previous change, you have a previous version. Then when you commit, you have a new version. So each commit now, if you come to this commit, if you come to this commit here, it's going to come here and take the it's going to come here and take the version of, so the state of the file in this commit. So it's like once you come here, it's going to come here and take the state of the file in this commit. So it's like this is the latest commit for it. This is other commit. So this is how we check control the state. So if you come here, it's going to come here for the state. So to compare with the state of this commit, you know, there'll definitely be different because we made changes here, we made changes here. So there will be different. So like this now, for for this for this now is going to come, is going to go here and check for the changes. You can see, so this is the current state. Look at the current, when um we just added, we just committed it. This is what we committed. This is what we committed. That's why it's here. That's why it's here. This is the previous state of it. So if we come here, if we come here, this is the no, we just, when we were trying to like um do the two changes. So this one, this one here now, this one here now is the state of the file. You know, we make these the changes we make to it. Then we committed it. So changes to images.html. So we made these changes and committed it. Before we committed it, the file was like this. This file wasn't there. This was there. So this is our first commit when we add all the files. So this is not the file. So this is our first commit of this, and for there are different, because this now for this index.html, index.html have many commits. You know, we were making changes. Like this index.html has many changes than the image. That's why the commits are different, are like more than each other. So now the index.html has more commits than, that's why, so all the commits the index.html file appear is going to be displayed here. You get, so that's why look at this now on branch master, we added home, come here, we remove home. Okay, we added color red, it was color before, it was from nothing, we want to try, we added dot home, then come here, then from dot home, we added color red, then here, we removed everything, I think, yeah, we removed everything. So you can see remove means, this red means you remove it. But if you just like add to it, it's going to be green. Okay, okay. It's going to be, we added, it's going to be green. We added, then here, we added more. That's so what we added will be green. There's nothing there. Then here, now there's nothing here. We remove it. So this is what we remove. So it's showing us So this let me see, in this commit, we remove everything. So we make this the current state of the file. So they will um, um, select what to remove, colorate, and yes, changes to images of HTML. We added it back. So this is just to I guess you understand how it works now. Just to check how you are making changes to your file, and if you want to switch back, again. So if you want to switch back, open file resolution. So there's a way you can, okay, you want to say you want to switch back to this I guess this you can um it's working file. There's a way you can just okay check it. Well, okay, you can compare it. Then if you want to, okay, what is it? You can just copy the whole file here. Okay, copy the whole file here and just paste it back to the current distance. So just to check. But I guess there's a way you can. It's not here. It's not provided by this. No, it's not. It's not. I don't think it's there. So the file is three. Then the branches. We only have one branches. So if we want to like master branch should be a branch you don't want any error to be. So if you want to add a new branch, you can add main branch. You can add branch of main. Enter. So have branch of create branch with okay create branch, confirm branch, confirm create branch, create branch and switch. Okay, they're asking if we just want to create it or we want to create and then switch to it. So let's create and switch to it. So I guess we should have the branch is not changing here. It's only changing here, but it's not changing here yet. So we can let's try it from here. So if we want to check the available branch from the terminal, let's take this branch. So you can see okay it's changed. It changed already. We changed it through here. Now it's changed already. You can see we're now in main branch. It's because this is what is on there, but it's changed already. So if you want to create branch to the terminal, you can say git branch and the name of the branch. If you want to have this branch, um, want to have modify branch or primary branch, primary, primary, then git branch to remove. Okay, git branch. We should have git branch. We have three branches now. This means this is our current branch. Yeah. So git branch remove primary remove oh sorry um what is the command? I've already command. So to remove a branch, okay, delete. So I'm going to git delete or the delete of git branch. So the delete primary Just keep checking your branches. We have four branches. I'm deleting. I deleted the primary branch. I'm going to delete. So if you want to delete branches, the remove branch also. I'm going to clear this. So we have this. We have only two branches. If you want to switch, git check out master. So it's going to switch to master branch. Now we're in master branch. Okay. So we're in master branch. You can see it here. You can see this. So just over compare working tree. I'll switch to another branch. Switch to branch. Switch to another branch. It's going to bring out this. You can switch. So now that okay, we know how we can add, we know how to commit, we know how to commit, and we know how to check the status, what we have added and what we have not added with git status. Then we know okay when I think we have this gate. Let me see. Let me close this. This maybe I make changes to this. I see. If you come here and commit, no changes. We didn't. Oh, no changes there. Let me put that. If you have changes here, changes. You can see changes. So you can come here and just check this. So you can also okay. The change we have changes, right? So git status, that's it. Then git add got all the changes in the file. Git, I'm going to clear this. And see it moves to state changes. So they are communicating with each other. Git status, look at it. So I want to unstage it. So if you want to unstage, look at it. Git restore dot stage. Then the file name. You don't want to put file name, put dot. I get it. You know what dot means? It means you want to what restore all the changes. So if you go on and look for all the file you've added in the folder and it will stage it. But if you just want to specify if it only does the file, you can just specify the name there. So that's how to go back, like go back. You don't want to add the file again. So you learned this. Now I want to remove the changes. You know how to remove the changes. Git restore. You want to restore changes, git restore dot to all. But if it's a file, you specify the part of the file. Okay, so clear. So yeah, we have published to branch, or very soon we'll be publishing into branch. Yeah, you can check for the branches you have. Now this main has this commit. Why does it have the commit? But we didn't do anything to the main branch. We didn't do anything. We didn't commit in the main branch. One thing you should know is that when you are creating a branch, is it must have a like history in it. So it's going to get the history of this master branch. So you creating a new branch is like you want to continue from this master branch, but you don't want to touch this. It's like you are reserving this, but you want to create a new branch with the same commit, with the same history of the master. So you can actually choose from maybe when you are it's not necessary to be master branch. It depends, you might have many branch like okay, let's add a new branch. Git branch primary and git checkout. So I'm going to work. This is primary git check primary clear. Git checkout primary also have the same commit. It has the same commit. Now I'm going to make a changes here. Start. I'm going to save. This primary branch is above all now. Git git checkout. Okay, git. I'm going to add this file. Add dot git status. Okay, git commit. Um, changes changes in the primary branch. So now I'm going to clear this. This branch is one commit ahead, one commit ahead of this two now. Now it's not the same with this two. If I should look at this now, this is a file now. This is it. This is a image of HTML content. If I should, okay, I want to switch back to main branch, git checkout. The changes we made there only belong to this branch. If you switch to this branch, the changes there will be removed and only in main.html branch it takes its own history from this master branch, and the master branch the image.html file state doesn't have these changes. This is style is not there. So when you switch to branch, it is the state of the file in the branch that will be here, not the state of the file in this primary branch. So that's why you want to work at features you get. So you'll be making a lot of changes, but you don't want it to affect all these branches. You want their state to be the same. Yeah, so the commit there will be the same, but you can come here and okay add features. If there is bugs, then later on you get tired of everything, you can just like destroy the branch. But all this will still remains the same, nothing will affect it. You can create many branch. Now let me switch to main branch to show you something. If check out main, now look at this now. The changes is no more there. The changes is no more there. So when you come to the branch, it is the state of the file in that branch that will be on your screen. So you can do okay. This is the changes of the state of the file when I move to this branch. So you can see how it is. Then if you move back to the primary branch, git checkout primary, you should have the changes back. You can see it. You can see it's very powerful and like very even interesting. So it will be like you won't have to tamper with like your master codes. You can do whatever you want to do here. Do your testing, do the job. Then when you know there's no error, you can just okay, you want to update this branch. Now, how do we update the main branch with the state of this primary branch? Now, we are in primary branch. We want to go to main branch, git check out me. So now we are in main branch. So how do we update? No, okay, we've tested the primary branch, no error. And want the features there to be the features in our main branch, or you have finally decided to okay, let's put it in master branch. This is the branch you'll be like putting production, like what you'll be putting on the cloud for user to make use of. Okay, there's no error, let's just update the master branch with the content in the primary branch. Since you started the primary branch from the master branch, so you shouldn't have issue um updating it with this. But if you are getting this primary branch, you started it from the main branch, then the commit in the main branch is different from the commit here. but you are trying to like make the primary and the master branch together. It will work. Why? Because the main is from the master, so it will just carry all the commit from there, all the commit from, so it's like minusing the commit of primary from master, then add it back. But if they find like okay, this start from, this has a commit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but master has commit of 1, 2, 3, doesn't have 4, then it has 5, 6, 7, and you are trying to, they'll say you have, there's conflict. The commits are different, like you won't be able to merge it, but you can force merge it. So that's just, so we're going to update this now. You know, the changes in primary branch is different from main branch. So for you to update it, you're going to do git merge. So we are merging with primary. So it's going to know this is the branch. So git merge the primary branch. It's going to merge the primary branch with the current branch. So let's see this update. Now look at it. It's updated. Clear. Now it's like the first the commit that is in primary that is not in main. So they merge it together. Look at it now. They have the same commit. So you can see from primary changes in the primary branch now merge with the main branch. Look at it. So you can see it now. So all this is okay. This is changes in master branch. You is in the main branch because you actually started from master branch. So now this primary branch. So if I see how they are referring it, this changes is also in. Now why they are referring it is, let me see the primary branch. Okay, master branch. Okay, changes of image of this thing now. Now this is changes in main branch. It's the main branch has these changes, and so they are referring it. Okay, these changes here, this commit here, the primary also have the commit, the master also have this commit. So this is like to define. Okay, they are referring. Okay, this master branch also have this commit, and this is like general. This is where you started when you are creating the branch. So from the master, right? So they are just preferring other branches that have the same commit. So just work. So now you can make changes. Now if you switch back to, but if you move to master, the changes is not there. You know, gate, take out master, and the changes is not there. Gate, take out primary, the changes is there. Clear. Now gate, let's check out gate, take out master. You know, now you can make this main, you can make the primary. There will not be any conflict. Just should we try it? Git merge primary, primary. Yeah, the primary is getting from this main. Oh, I think is the two. Is the two. You know what? I'm going to create another branch. Git branch. I'm going to git check out primary. Then I'm going to create. No, this is the current branch. It's going to get the history of this current branch and add it to the branch we'll be creating now. Git branch of primary left. So it has the commit of the current branch. the branch you created it, so it's going to get that. So now I'm going to git check out. Okay, imagine, okay, look at it, git merge main. I want to merge main this already up to date. Why did it say it's up to date? It has the commit of master branch already. So that's why I said already up to date. Let's git check out main branch left, then git um so git merge to primary. You know the primary branch is starting from like is made from the primary branch. The sub primary branch is made from the primary branch, not from the master. Let's see what it does. Already up to date. Why? Yeah. Let me see the main. Oh, sorry, not the main. They have the same thing. They all have the same. The main charge is master wants to gate check out master play. No, the master doesn't have that changes I've made to other branches. So gate merge so primary cool. The sub primary branch is made from this primary. But I can still merge it with this. So that's just how it works. But there will be cases that they will be conflicted by the commit will be kind of different. There will be some like manipulation with the commit you are doing, so there will be conflict. It's like the commit you are maybe trying to merge a commit flow with a different commit flow. So you definitely have a conflict there. So that is just how it works. So now we're going to try the gate push command and the gate pull command now. So the gate push command is used to push your changes. You know, you should always save your changes to the cloud, like your repo, GitLab or GitHub, which is code management. You're used to manage code, so your source code management. So so is either you push to GitHub or GitLab. So you can push to them by getting so I'll open Git GitHub. I have a GitHub account. Okay, sorry. Let me just go to GitHub. So yeah, so I'm going to create a new repo. Um, I'm going to create a new repo. I'm going to call it learning. So learning tech repo. So now description, description, learning tech. Uh, so decide maybe only you want to see public. So I'm making it public. Yeah, add a readme file. You know, this is like a description of the project you are working on. Is always good to add that. So, so this is where you write a long description for your project. Add the git ignore. So this is when you are working with git. So this git ignore. So we're going to learn how this git ignore works. So and this license says other words they can and can't do with your code. So if you want to add a license, I don't know, if you have a license, you can come and choose. I'm just going to create the repo. It's going to redirect me to this. Okay, quick setup. You have done this kind of thing before. So this is the repository URL. This is the remote repository. We have the local one there, but this is the remote one we just created on GitHub. Um, so now git add, here you are adding a readme file, echo, echo, meaning you want to put this text inside this file. So it's going to create the file and put the text. So git init, you should know that. Git add, the adding the file. Git commit, first commit, this command, the shortcut. Then git branch. Now git branch, creating a main branch instead of the master. So now they're creating a main branch. Git remote add. Okay, now let's try the git remote add. So the git remote command is the git remote command is used to add the URL. So that's why now you can look. So git remote add. So we are adding a URL. So this will be the remote URL name origin. So we are pushing. So you can just get git push, then the origin URL name origin, then the name of the name you want to give to the URL, and then the URL itself, the repository itself, and then git push dot u origin and main. So we are going to try that now. So we are going to add this git remote add to origin will be the URL name https then your username. So github itself github.com/your username. In the repository will be learning.git. Is that the repo name? The learning.git. So, so how do we see what we have added? So now here we are, the branches. Now look at the remote. We have origin. And we just added. So you can come here and also do the same thing. You're adding remote. You can come here and add the different remote, the remote name. So you can do same thing. Remote. If I have GitLab remote and the repository URL, you go get that. So and you can also do it here. Um, you can also do so. We've added so for us to see it here, git remote, just git remote to show it. So we have origin. It always shows the name. How do we get the URL name that is stored in that name? So git remote get URL origin. It's going to show the URL in that. So git remote. To set we set the URL will be git remote set URL. Then you specify the origin. Then you put the link you want to change. So github.com. So that's just it. So you put the link, then you set it. Or you can come here and search, disconnect from remote, open repository. You should be able to um, branches to be found. So you can um, so you can just come here and just check if you want to change the link or you just delete it, and if you want to remove, you see git remove RL origin. Is that it? Okay, yeah. To remove the gate remote, we don't have any. So we add that, we should add that back to clear. So gate. So now we have our remote repository. Now we want to push this code. We want to push what we have done here to the cloud repo. So now git command, git push. Now the remote URL will be is origin. So it's going to fetch the URL from the origin. So GitHub knows, okay, you are referring to the URL you name origin, and then the branch. Now you want to push the branch, but if you want to just push git push origin, there is upstream branch to push the current branch and set the remote address to just origin master. So now you have to like specify the branch you want to push. Git push branch master or main branch, mid branch. Or if you want to just do, if you just want to git push and you want it to just only just git push to push all your codes, so it's going to get, so this set option is like you're setting the default. When you just need to just use git push. So we're going to do git, copy this. So we're pushing master branch to the origin. So I repo. So I'm going to do this git push. Oh, we'll push it now. So we have our master branch on the repository on the cloud on GitHub. So if we do git push now, let's see git push. Everything is up to date. Well, there are some cases that if you don't put this gate push is only working because you set this upstream. But if you want to push another branch, now you have to specify the branch. So I'm going to push git push. Let me clear this. Git push. You put in only git push. The upstream we set is, that means we already set master branch as the upstream. So it will push the master branch. It will not push any other branch. But let's do it again. Git push origin, then the main branch. It's going to push the main branch. So create a pull request for me on GitHub by visiting dot main. So that's it. So master branch is considered the you know the naming practice master main. The GitHub always assume that you have master, the first branch you put as master, that's master. And so let's just go to the GitHub. Our repo should have what we just put. So we have master branch. We have two branches. We push two branches, master and the main branch. Look at the latest commits. Changes in the primary branch. 23 minutes ago, we have 8 commits in this branch, master branch, 8 commits. And the person that committed it, I'm the one who did this. I'm the one that committed it. So, you know, yeah, I'm the one because this is who my account is. Now look at here. Help people, if help people interested in this repository understand your project by having a rating. You don't have a rating, that's why this is showing. I'm just going to show, if you want to see all your branches, you can click here, you can see the main branches and you can switch and see the codes. The branch is up to date with master. If it's not up to date, you will see it will tell you, oh, this branch is ahead of master branch. So it's going to tell you to create a pull request, just as in Git assumes that since it has a branch already, so it assumes that this branch might be um like its commit might be higher than the branch there, the repo already. That's why it creates a pull request for me on GitHub by visiting. So yeah, now you can just you just make push this to push to the branch, push to master. You can switch here. So in the case of GitLab, there's no different, just same thing, but it can the interface might be different. Interface might be different. So issues, you know, it might be a project. The code there might be a project, like maybe something you did for other people to use. You know, there will always be issue. Yeah, this is where they'll come to and create issues. And yeah, this pull request, pull requests help you collaborate on code with other people. As pull requests are created, they will appear here in searchable and filterable list. Get started, okay? This list, yeah, when you make changes, you know, master branch is the head branch. You don't want any error to be there, and other developers might be working on the same project. So yeah, maybe when they will have to create a branch, and the changes are made will be in that branch. Then they can come here and create a pull request and try to discuss the changes they have made and the test and order before it can be merged with the master branch. So yes, someone will need to approve it before it can be merged to the master branch. In these actions is when you are working with CI/CD, continuous integration and delivery. So here you have different ones: deployment, security, automation. So you have many of them here you can use. So I guess you understand how so we have learned how the git push origin, the git push command, git merge, git status, git restore, git remote, git branch, and git checkout. And we also learn how we can make use of this side bar, the git resource control, which is it comes with VS Code and itself. You always see this there. So the pull request. So in the next video, I will show you how we can make a pull request and and the DevOps practice will be in the next video. So that's it for today.